decades-old controversy over the name of the Washington, D.C. professional football team reaches a tipping point today, as Amna Nawaz reports, after years of public outcry condemning the name as a racial slur aimed at Native Americans, ownership is now considering a change.
That's right, Judy. In a statement today, the team said it's launching a quote-unquote thorough review of their name. That came after major corporate backers FedEx and Pepsi called publicly for the change. Another sponsor, Nike, pulled team merchandise from its website. For more on today's decision and what drove it, I'm joined by Washington Post columnist Kevin Blackistone. He's also producing a documentary called Imagining the Indian, examining the fight against Native American mascots in the world of sports. Kevin, welcome back to the NewsHour. There have been calls for years, we should point out, to change the Washington team's name. Let's start with your reaction. What do you make about the decision and the statement from the team today?
Well, I'm glad that we are finally at this precipice once again, and I hope this nickname issue can be shoved over the ledge. I don't make much of the statement today. First of all, I'm offended that they would use the name in the statement and underscore it. I'm offended that Dan Snyder statement from him did not include as a group of people to talk to the Native Americans who are in fact offended by this and have been fighting for a name change for some 50 years now. And I was a little bit disturbed as well by Coach Rivera's statement, which somehow included the military as being honored in all of this, which is baffling to me because the only way you bring up the military in terms of Native Americans is with genocide. And the fact that the militias in this country back in Connecticut and Massachusetts, when the colonies were being founded, included bounties or issued bounties for the scalps of Native Americans being removed from their land. And in fact, that's what became known as Redskins. So it was tone deaf to me in a lot of ways.
You mentioned the statement from team owner Dan Snyder. I want to read to our viewers in full his quote from that statement. He wrote, "The process," meaning this process they're now going to launch, "allows the team to take into account not only the proud tradition and history of the franchise, also input from our alumni, the organization, sponsors, the NFL, and the local community it's proud to represent on and off the field." Kevin, I'm old enough to remember back in 2013 when Snyder was asked about a name change, and he said, "Never." All caps, "We will never change the name." So is that where the resistance was? Was it really just Snyder?
There was certainly the fan base that he's very much made himself a part of, a fan base which, by the way, has not liked his leadership for the team in terms of winning games on the field. But maybe around this nickname is the one place where he felt that the fans would support him. And there has been support from fans, but it's not about the fans. This is about humanity. This is about treating other people as equals. This is about no longer denigrating the native people of this land.